What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with another video. And it looked like Dillion Gabriel was speaking on SHEDEUR Sanders ahead of this London game. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way overseas. Let's get it. Let's go.
Like my man Junior. For real? Somebody call me Junior, too. When I pulled up, I thought you was Junior. I got put on my face.
Stop right here for me. You came back saying
I am here to tell you the media is definitely pushing an agenda about SHEDEUR Sanders after recently asking Dillion Gabriel some questions about the young quarterback. This is what he had to say, and he also spoke with the media. Let's roll it.
We can only control what we can control, but yeah, it's I don't want to speak for anyone in particular, and different for sure. I'd be a liar if I said it wasn't, but for me, there's comfort there. Being from Hawaii, there's a lot of reminiscent of when we travel as a team together, and we'd have 6 to 8 hour flights to look forward to, and just think our team prepared us for it. So we're extremely excited all together, and now that we're here, it's a lot easier to settle in. He hasn't told me that, but Joel's a great dude, and he's just a guy you look to and is very calming. Has played a bunch of ball, so you just have a lot of confidence when you see him in the huddle.
How different has this week really been now that you guys have?
We try to make it as similar of a week as you can, and that's just our process, and I felt like we have for other than yesterday traveling in and maybe doing a walkthrough instead of a true practice and a jog through. But other than that, we tried to make it as similar as possible.
Miles just said that you run this offense like it's your own,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody that we've talked to over the past 2 days just keeps talking about your poise, your confidence. Can you sort of address how did you arrive at that point already as a rookie?
Yeah, I think there's so many similar moments in your lifetime, and although it's a different level, I think the feelings are the same, and I've gotten better each time I've felt that feeling. And for me, I've just attacked it that way. There's a lot of comfort in the scheme because, that's part of why that, got me here is I've done it before. And I think the confidence in that is now you're learning new personnel, new people, but you come together and have ultimate confidence in the whole concepts that we run.
Dylan, has there been a different interaction for you with your teammates now that you're the starter? What has that been like?
Not necessarily. I think I've always challenged myself to lead without status, and I think it was a challenge early for me because it was different, a role I've probably never been in. But I think that ultimately helped me to when now you do get the spot to roll with. You can just attack it the same way. So it challenged me in that way, but now it's probably just a little more talking in the huddle and more reps. But ultimately, it'll be good on Sunday when we get to go.
I'm assuming you probably had hundreds of messages from people this week, one or maybe a handful that have been especially meaningful.
Yeah, a couple. I think all the coaches that I have great relationships with, and I don't want to miss any, but my high school coach, Coach Rod, Coach Hype from UCF, Coach Golish, who's my OC there as well, Coach Leb, Coach Stein, Coach Lanning. So all those guys, people you appreciate, and then also my family, but for the most part too, it's something that you prepare for, and you're ready for. So it's not a text of congratulations of some sort. It's like, it's your time to go show the world.
Your folks will be here, right?
They won't be. So fun fact, need to get my dad a passport. So we're learning about that. Second, just a little later in the week. So, mom and dad, it's from Hawaii. You can imagine that flight's even further than what we just did. So.
Dylan, going back to the experience you had, your college experience, obviously college and pro are two different things. That said, what you've seen defensively to the various schemes, how much have you been able to kind of bring that along with you as you're adjusting to what you're seeing out of the NFL defense?
I think it's interesting because, in college, sometimes, some may say the lack of personnel, they may have to add on to the scheme and do things that are unique to help in the run game and the pass game. I think in the NFL, obviously personnel is at all-time high, so there's extreme confidence in maybe coverages that you've repped a bunch of times. But for this, I think you take pride in as a OC or DC in the scheme that you have, and you want to rep at a high level. Ultimately, you're going to do what your players are good at. But as you continue to go up, it's a lot about personnel and putting guys in the right place to go make their plays. So just understanding that, and then understanding as a show what they're trying to do.
Dylan, did you, how were you able to block out? You took some really harsh criticism during training camp. You guys always say that you block out the noise. Did you truly block all of that out, or did some of it seep in, and if so, did it actually fuel you?
For me, I've always lived by I'd rather be uninformed than misinformed, and everyone has the right to their opinion, and I understand that. But I don't necessarily block out the noise. I just choose not to be a part of it, and I think that's just a singular focus, and emotional regulation of there's a job to do, and there's something that you just want to focus on and do it at a high level. So that's what I do. Like I said, I respect everyone's opinion, and everyone, can say whatever they want. It's freedom of speech.
When was that training camp out for the quarterbacks? Did you think you could win this job successfully into the season?
It wasn't ever about winning a job. It was just playing at my best, playing at a high level. I think when you continually do that and you're focused on your game, that'll naturally come. And the one time you're thinking about, I got to go win something, you just overreact or overdo rather than just serving the moment, and that's what I've been about the whole time.
As you work with Tony Reese and kind of stepping into this role, how is he helping specifically? You guys have talked about yesterday, kind of tailoring the offense to your skill set and access to make you feel comfortable and acclimated. So how is he just helping you this?
Yeah, I think just a bunch of conversations, and I think there's always a meeting prior to a meeting, and being able to have those conversations prior so you can understand what we're trying to do and do it at a high level. The more you see it, the more comfortable you are with it. And I said it last time, but the more turns you got at it, like Coach Musk says, you're just going to have a bunch of confidence, a bunch of comfort there. So just trying to do that, whether it's film, whether it's walkthroughs, whether it's walking or, looking at a play call and being able to, say the play and then go through the progression. So kind of a bit mixture of all that, but, trying to do it as best as possible.
Have you worked out how many people are going to be watching from Hawaii and what time of day?
I haven't thought that far, but I would guess early in the morning. It is interesting. I've always been used to it when I was in Florida to Hawaii, a 6-hour difference. Texting family is a little different, but I really haven't even looked into it. But it's probably double, right? 12 hours, 11, yeah.
We're going to do 2 more.
How do you feel your preparation with things? Not the part about traveling and the team, but how do you feel since you were in this?
I take pride in it. I think the preparation, allows you to be confident on game day, and really not even think about schematically what you're trying to do. But it's you hear the formation, you already know the play call. And I think that's something that I've always took pride in from every level. And I just continue to master that. I've even had 4 weeks prior to this to master how we go through a week. And for me, it's how do you fit in film in between there? How do you fit in meals? And as you could imagine, everything in between. And, I just continue to master it and don't think I'll ever stop.
Can you just tell me how your first game as starter is going to be in London? Probably something you never thought about.
Yeah, never thought about. Obviously, never happened. So there's a first for everything. But like I learned from my first, there's, it ain't ever going to be perfect. But the preparation is key, and go out there and do what you do. But we're blessed. We're grateful. We play a beautiful game. We'll be able to do it in front of new fans. And I think that's what football's all about. The diversity, the amount of people that love this game and are around it. There's beauty in that. And, that's what I'm most appreciative of. Thank you.
But coming. Yeah, they talking about it. We coming. They doubting us. But we coming. They saying. We coming. They think it's a game. We coming. I don't give a damn what they say. best believe we coming.